So the next is just a short part. It's Matthew 4:18-22. And I'm actually going to read it quickly because it is so short. As Jesus was walking beside the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon and Peter. Simon, called Peter, and his brother Andrew. They were casting a net into the lake, for they were fishermen. "Come, follow me," Jesus said, "and I will make you fishers of men." At once they left their nets and followed him. Going on from there, he saw two other brothers, James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John. They were in a boat with their father Zebedee, preparing their nets. Jesus called them, and immediately they left the boat and their father, and then they followed him. And when I called this one, when I was just doing it on my own, I called it Innocent Beginnings, because Peter and Andrew were just at work fishing. They didn't know what would come along their way that day. They didn't understand even what Jesus was inviting them to or what he was calling them to when he said to follow me. They had no idea, and we have the privilege of knowing what the disciples went through. And even the night of Jesus' betrayal and the panic and someone cutting off a guard's ear and Peter denying and then them hiding because they don't know what to do and they don't feel safe. And even their life after Jesus reappeared and went back to heaven. And so many of them were beaten and jailed. Like, they had no idea any of that when Jesus said to follow me. But they said yes. But I think if they knew what was going to be in their path, I don't think they ever would have said yes. I wouldn't. I wouldn't at all. And maybe sometimes we're stuck asking God why or what's going on or what's next. And even though he's doing amazing things, I wonder if we knew every step that we needed to take to get to that amazing thing. I wonder if we would say no, because that just all felt like it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth what was in the end. And I think what God gives us is amazing when we finally get to the place where we've received this amazing thing, whether it's a closeness to him, a peace to him, or whatever. But if you told me that I would have to go through hell to get to it, I don't think that I would say that it was worth it. And I would say no. And so I like this example of these guys saying yes. And what I also like is that when they were called, they were just going about their business. They were just working. None of them were specially educated. None of them had been to seminary. They were just regular guys. Like, I'm a regular massage therapist. I haven't been to seminary. I'm just reading the Bible and saying what I'm getting out of it. And God can use that. God doesn't need us to go to seminary and graduate with a master's in divinity or whatever. None of that is required to be a follower of Jesus and to be a world changer for Jesus and a message deliverer. These guys played like the most important role, and none of them had the education that we say you have to have today. And the other thing is, I feel like Jesus is saying, let what you know and come, leave what you know and come to me and the unknown. Come to the unknown. Let me be your boss. Let me be your livelihood. If you do this, you're not going to be catching food to try and satisfy your stomach. You're going to be trying to catch the souls of men to satisfy everybody's longing for more, because I think we do. We all long for more. It doesn't matter what we buy or get, because there's always something else. I'm so excited to get a new phone this week. In a couple weeks, that'll be the old version, and there will be a new model, and I'll be wanting something else. It's just impossible to ever feel satisfied. And he's saying, I'll give you the chance to show people exactly how to be satisfied. And there was never any hesitation. Whatever it was, whatever he was saying, however he presented it, it was convincing enough that they left everything immediately. And even the second set of brothers, they were with their dad. They literally walked away from their dad. And they were in the moment. It's not like the dad was at home and they couldn't quite grasp it. They actually said goodbye to their father and left and went with Jesus. And I need that willingness. And I think that willingness has to come every day. Yes, there's a time where you choose to believe in Jesus, but just today, just this hour, am I going to say yes to him and follow what he's asking me to do in this moment? Am I going to choose to say yes to him today in the path that he gives me today? And I think as we're trying to figure out what Jesus and God are like, I think that this shows that Jesus was appealing. There was something about him that made people not hesitate to go with him, that didn't turn them off. And he picked the regular people. Regular people can do world-changing things. So we don't need any qualifications. He's not looking for qualifications. And I like that. I like that that is how my God is. And that when I read a story about him, that's exactly who he is. I don't have to argue it. I don't have to debate it. I don't have to defend it. It's right there in front of me. So that is our lesson for today.